Hello everybody, a long time no see on this channel at least. I've been taking a little break from making makeup videos over the summer, concentrating on just some other things, my other channel, going out. So today I just wanted to use one of my favorite palettes to make one of my favorite looks. I'm going to be using the Kaleidos Futurism 3 Astro-Pink palette, which is still available, thankfully. They've been sort of discontinuing a number of the earlier palettes, but this one is still there. It's a gorgeous palette, sort of a pink and blue kind of color scheme. Also, this is some of my favorite packaging. It looks kind of like watercolor, kind of like you're looking at cells under a microscope. Just gorgeous. And every time I use this palette, I get many compliments on my makeup. So I'm just going to do sort of my go-to look with that, as well as the rest of the face of makeup. So right now I am barefaced. I have moisturized a little while ago. I'm just going to go in with my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water, mostly because I'm trying to use it up. It's almost gone. And I'm going to do the eyes first, so I'm going to be priming my eyelids with the Sigma Eyeshadow Base Primer, and this is in the color Persuade. I got this sometime this summer. I don't think I have showed it in a video before, but Samantha Ravindall did a brush set with Sigma, and I really wanted that, so while I was there, I picked up this primer, and it has quickly become my go-to. It's just like a really nice, easy-to-use stick format, and it's very easy to just blend out with my fingers. It prevents eyeshadow from creasing and from fading, and I've really been liking this stuff. I don't find I need to set it. I can just sort of go right in with what I'm using. Let me just zoom you in a tiny bit while I do my eyes. Okay, so to start off with, I'm going to go in with the lightest shade of pink, which I believe is called Lunar. So just this light pink here. And I'm going to take it on a big fluffy blending brush. Just go in and then sweep this all through the crease, just sort of doing little circles and windshield wiper motions back and forth. Just lay that color down sort of all over, not being overly precious about exactly where it's going. How's everyone's summer been? Mine's been pretty good. Been seeing a lot of people, going to concerts and out to barbecues and things. I just got back from Retro World Expo last weekend, which was a really fun time. I went with my friend Michelle and Dylan, and we met a lot of other people there, both people I knew before and haven't seen in years, as well as sort of making new friends, which was good. It was a lot of partying, as well as going on the vendor floor, but lots of fun. So now I'm just going to go in with this slightly deeper pink, which I think is called Stardust, on a slightly smaller blending brush, and I'm going to just take this more directly in that socket of the crease there. So not going quite up as far, just deepening up right here. Nice quick application here. Sirens outside, sorry about that. And now, taking this tiny little blending brush, this is one of the new ones I got from Sigma, the Sigma Samantha collection. And now I'm just going to go in with this sort of beautiful, deep, sort of magenta-y color. It's called Nebula. Just going to take a little bit on the brush, and this is just going to go on the outer corner to sort of deepen things up here. Just sort of patting it onto the corner and then sort of blending it inwards and a little bit through the crease, but definitely staying more on the outside. I like this look too because it's pretty fast, all things considered. Considering I'm going to be using all 6 colors here, and the look is going to be very dimensional. It's not too hard, and it's not too time consuming. Blending in that corner. Okay, I think one side's slightly deeper. There's a little bit more on this side. Okay. So we've got the pink down on the upper eyelid. I'm just going to take a flat liner brush and again go in with that darker pinky purple and just place it under the lash line a little bit. Just give that nice little pop of color there. Sometimes I get it on my waterline, which I don't mean to, but you can just clean that up afterwards. And now we're going to go in with this beautiful color called Neptune. It's this gorgeous sort of duochromy blue that just has so much sort of texture and dimension to it. I'm just going to go in on my finger and just spread it all over the lid, sort of patting it on, not going quite to the outer corner. I don't want to cover up that whole darker area I put on, but just sort of starting to cover it a little bit and then just sort of tapping it out so it's just a wash over the outer corner, and it's pretty packed on in the center. Just going almost all the way to the inner corner as well, although we're going to put something brighter in there. So yeah, just like that. I love this color so much. I feel like this color makes up for a lot. Like, you don't actually have to have much skill or know what you're doing. Just put this all over your lid and it's going to be beautiful no matter what. The color does all the heavy lifting. I probably didn't need to do all the stuff before, but the contrast of the blue and the pink and the purple is all really nice. Okay, so we've got that down. Now I'm going to just take a tiny little pencil brush for the inner corner, and with this I'm going in with Light Year, which is this very light, reflective, sort of pale pinky lavender color, and that's just going on the inner corner of my eye, and it's going to be real bright and reflective. Taking it up a little bit into the crease on the inside. And the last step for the eyeshadow, again, I'm going in with my little flat liner brush, and now I'm going into Cosmos, I believe, which is this sparkly black. The sparkle in the black doesn't really come through, but it is a really nice sort of opaque dark black, and I'm just taking this a little bit on the very lower lash line, just sort of at the outer third or so, over top of where we already had the purple, just to deepen things up a tad. Oh, Lily has come to join us. Oh, you can't see her right now. Nope, still can't see her. And maybe even just a little bit on the upper lash line as well. Just sort of pushing it right up against the lash line. It's not really going to be a full liner, just deepening up things. All right, so that is pretty much it for the eye look. I'm going to save mascara for last, but now we'll just do a quick rest of the face to finish things off. I will zoom you out. All right, now you can kind of see Lily. Okay, so After you've done that, make sure that your hands no longer have blue sparkles on them before you start using them for putting on your face makeup. I'm just going to take a tiny bit of this Rare Beauty primer, like really tiny bit, and just put it on the places of my face where sometimes there's a little texture, so just around my nose and on my chin, just to make my tinted moisturizer apply a little nicer. I'm also going to start with the concealer, so I'm just using Pretty Fresh, the Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer. This is in Light 40N, and taking just a dot on sort of right on this inner corner here, and then I'm going to pull that across with a fairly fluffy blending brush. Started doing it this way rather than putting it applying more, just to prevent creasing and things from happening. A little fallout there. Blend it out. It'll be fine. Okay, and just taking any extra just sort of on my nose. One thing I've really been liking lately is this CoverGirl CG Smoothers BB Cream. It's a tinted moisturizer. Mine's in 705 Fair to Light. It's very, very light coverage, and I've really been liking it because it's basically invisible once it goes on. Like, it gives me a little bit of evening out of color or covering up of little dark spots and things, but otherwise it's like you can barely tell I'm wearing it, which I've been finding any face makeup that you can actually see when you look up close has been bothering me, so this has just been a really nice sort of, I don't know, it feels more like a moisturizer than a BB cream or a foundation, so it just gets me a little bit glowy, a little bit color corrected, and honestly that's fine for me. After I go in, I usually just take a sponge and just sort of smack my face with it a little bit, just to make sure it's all really blended in there. And then for blush, I'm using the Tower 28 blush in Magic Hour, which is a fairly neutral-ish color, sort of like a pinky peach. So pretty subtle. I'm just going to take it on a finger and then smush them together and then just tap it out with my fingers and then go in with a brush. I find it's best, or it works best for me for most of these, to go in with fingers and then just like a brush to give it a final little blend. Again, I feel like the eyes are really the thing, so just a subtle blush today. And also, I thought I had some, oh I do, a Dose of Colors lip gloss in Made You Blush, which is just a nice sort of pink color. Just gonna put that on. This is kind of like a My Lips But Better color for me. This gives them a little extra shine, a little extra color. This stuff smells so good too. Alright, and I'm just going to put on my mascara off camera, which is going to be the Lancome Lash Idole, which is basically what I always use. Okay, so I've put on my mascara. I just filled in my eyebrows a little bit with my NYX Lift Snatch. One final thing I want to do is just go in with my Auric Glow Lust in Morganite, just for a tiny bit of highlight on the cheekbones, like this much, barely any at all. Just rub this together and then sort of pat at the top of the cheekbones just for a nice extra little glow. And that's the final look. I will zoom you in again just so you can get a real good look at this beautiful eyeshadow. There we go. So yeah, I just love how these colors work together. I find this is just such an amazing color story that practically applies itself and basically is gorgeous any way you're going to use it. So yeah, I love this palette. I love doing this look, and everyone else seems to enjoy it when I do as well. So that's all for today. Hopefully it won't be quite so many months before I put out my next makeup video. I actually had recorded a little empties video and then I accidentally deleted the footage. So yeah, it's been a while, but thank you so much for watching. Leave me a comment to tell me, I don't know, whatever you want to tell me, and I'll see you next time.